Um, hey guys, so this is Elvira here, and I'm trying to make like a tutorial of myself painting. I might, so like beforehand, I'm just gonna say that I might not get all the terminology and stuff right because I never like talk myself through when I'm painting. So yeah, I'm just gonna paint, and then you guys can see like how I do it. I might not be talking at all throughout the whole thing, but I'll try to like give pointers here and there. But so just beforehand, I also want to say that like I start off really messy, and then eventually it starts to look better. So don't freak out if you're like, yo, she's doing this wrong or like whatever, because I'm still learning how to use watercolors and stuff. So and that's the medium I'm gonna be painting with today. And yeah, so I'm gonna start now. I'm gonna start by putting like a few colors on my palette, and then I'll just get into it like immediately. So yeah, be patient. I don't know how long this might take, but like I'll speed it up if I have to, like later on, so that it's watchable. But yeah, so I'm gonna start now, and yeah, I'm gonna play some music as well. So like that might be a little bit distracting, but I need it to be able to like not feel like. Actually, yeah, should we play music? I don't know. Okay, so okay, fuck it. I'm not. Sorry. Bleep 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 bleep. I'm not gonna be doing that. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to do it in like total silence, and let's see how it goes so that you guys can like I'll say some stuff in between so that the music doesn't get in the way of me giving pointers and stuff. So yeah, okay. This needs to be edited like um, a beep beep, but bleep bleep, but yeah, I'm gonna go for it now. Okay, so I can't really see what you guys are seeing because I have the camera angled at a in like a weird way. So like I can't see, but like I'll like wave some stuff in front of the camera just so you can see like what colors and stuff I'm putting down. So anyway, this is a watercolor tutorial, and I'm learning myself. This is like my maybe like sixth watercolor painting, so I am not an expert at this by any means, but yeah, so I'm just gonna go for it. Cool, enough talking. Okay, enough preamble. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this one in red and green maybe. So yeah, those are gonna be like the two tones that I'm working with, and I have my source image like right over there. So yeah, cool. Okay, so now I'm putting down like colors on my palette. So I'm gonna start with blue, and then I'm gonna go in for like a little bit of green and stuff as well. So yeah, here's my palette. I'll hold it up once I put all the colors down. And the thing with watercolors is, it's like the paint tubes are so small because it's like you don't really need that much to be able to complete a full painting, since the water does most of the work for you in terms of like applying the paint, which is what I've discovered in the time that I've been trying to use watercolors and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with what blue is that? Okay, I messed up. I didn't read the blue. I'm gonna hold up the tubes as I put them down. So this is like sap green. I don't know, I just liked the color intuitively, so I'm gonna put some of it down. Um, but I really like blues and stuff, so I tend to use like more than one shade of blue, whereas the other colors like red or um, green or whatever, I don't typically put two down, but I'm gonna do it for this tutorial or like this painting. Oh, and just to say from beforehand, like I totally um, I did the sketch beforehand because that is like a lot of me bending over the piece of paper, and it's just not fun to watch, I guess. So I didn't put that part in, but basically I did this freehand. But like people who might struggle with getting like, if they're too worried, like I'm not that worried about like getting like facial proportions and stuff, right? Because I I have practiced for years like drawing faces and stuff. So if you're unsure about it or insecure about the fact that it might not look like proportional and stuff, I would recommend tracing, or like projecting something onto the piece of paper, and then so just trace around that. And yeah, so basically I do trace, so it's not even like I don't do that technique myself because I can draw or whatever. It's more, it's like a choice sometimes, and I don't have a projector here anyway, and I like being able to like exercise my mental ability to like map faces out and get the proportions and stuff right. I'm sorry it's getting a bit dark outside, but like I have to close the curtains because um like the way that the sun was falling on the paper, it was really hard for me to see like all parts of the drawing. So yeah. Okay, so whoops, I just got a little bit of paint on my finger. It doesn't matter, I'm gonna wipe it off. Oh, and I didn't do this beforehand, but also keep like tissues and stuff with you in case you want to like dab excess water out of the paper and stuff. I forget, and then I just kind of work with it. Like you'll see, I'm very like I'm not very orthodox when it comes to being like paying attention to the way the paint falls and learning about or like thinking about like where the highlights and stuff should go, which is something that, you know, like any other watercolor like expert or whatever, they would actually think about like, oh, like this is where I want the highlights and stuff to be, whereas for me I just work with mid tones mostly. I'm going to get into the highlight and stuff like that like once I'm more familiarized with the medium, you know, because it's like I'm just starting off as well. But yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go into it now. And these, wait, no, I'm gonna get another blue. I think I got that one. Okay, so the blue that I got was this one. It's French ultramarine. Okay, that was blurry, but yeah, cool. So it's focused. Yeah, so that's the one I was going for. And now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Prussian blue and just put it on my palette and see like how this painting turns out. Wish me luck, guys, because I don't really know how this is gonna go. And yeah. I'm just putting the screw back on the cap because I'm very like OCD about this shit. Bleep out that word. Yeah, I'm very OCD when it comes to like having things like organized and stuff. So like so that's why I'm taking a while. And also I'm nervous because I've never done a tutorial before. So that's why I'm like rambling and rambling and rambling on and on and on and on and on. And I'm scared to do this stuff on camera in case I like publicly fuck up or publicly mess up. And yeah. Okay, cool. Cool, so I'm gonna go in with these colors. It's just like greens and blues. And yeah, I'm gonna like start now. So what I do first is I like try to get a wash in. So like a wash of any color. So I go in with like a kind of big brush like that. And don't be like afraid to do that because like with watercolors, the first layer that you're gonna put on is gonna be so light as it is. You know what I mean? So you don't really have to worry about like messing up at the initial stages. Like see, I just went in and I'm just like going with it. So this I can see from the source image needs to be like a lighter area. So I'm probably not gonna be touching this with any more paint like later on. Whereas the other bits I'm gonna go in with like a finer brush and stuff. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get this part done. See, like the thing is, it starts to look so messy in the beginning, and you're like, how will I ever come back from this? But then, you know, like it works out. It works out. Trust me. I hope this one works out. If it doesn't, then I'm not gonna post this. But yeah. So this is what I'm trying to do. I'm just like applying the paint because I want all parts of the drawing to be covered in paint. I would rather mess up than like not have parts of it. Like I don't want to keep parts of it white. You know what I mean? It's just like it irks me to not have color in like every space, I guess. When it comes to like painting and stuff, but that's just like my own quirk, unless it's like a highlight, you know, like I said, I don't even think about highlights. So like people that do this stuff, like who's like medium is watercolor, like they do have like the foresight and to think about like this is I'm gonna keep this part absolutely white because there needs to be like that needs to be the highlight, whereas for me right now I just like I'm trying to like have fun with the paint and the medium, and that's just where my personal head is at. So see, it's like all I'm doing is trying to like apply the paint pretty uniformly, but then see, it's like since watercolor is a lot about how fast it dries and stuff as well, it's not always, you can't always catch the right what do you call it, like you can't be too I mean, you do have to be super concerned about timing, but I just am not doing that at this stage. I'm just trying to make sure that the whole face is covered in like paints and stuff, so that later on I can like be like, you know, I can like finesse a little bit with like the finer details and stuff. So that's how I go about it. Right now I'm not thinking about anything in terms of like highlights and whatever. It's like I know this is gonna be like the lightest color on the whole drawing. So yeah. And I'm not too worried about like erasing or like muddying up the paper with the like pencil strokes and stuff with the graphite that it kind of spreads around and then it turns the whole drawing a bit gray. But I'm not like super concerned about that because I'm like, you know what, like I have dedicated time to be able to do this, so like I'm going to not fret over like very tiny details. um, so yeah, so this is just like I'm just doing my base there, and yeah, I'm not gonna keep repeating myself because this is gonna happen at a slower rate than the rate at which I speak. So that's what I'm doing, and you guys can like see for yourself. Yeah. Oh man, it's gotten so dark outside. I might actually go like right after this and open the curtains because now it's gotten a bit too dark. I guess the sun's coming down or whatever. Just to mention, I'm working out of like Dhaka, Bangladesh. It's like this country that's right next to India, below China, and on the other side is like Myanmar or Burma. And yeah, so the reason I mentioned that is because I wanted to tell you that it's like around close to 3 p.m. I guess. So it's like whatever that means in terms of like when the sun and stuff is coming down or when it's like overcast and stuff. So yeah, okay, now I'm gonna go now I'm gonna go open the curtains and then I'm gonna get into these letters here. And yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go do that real quick and then come back. Oops. Okay, so that's better. This is like a pretty even light to be working with and stuff. So yeah, okay. Let's start to rear. I don't know, rear this in. Is that like a phrase? Am I getting the adage wrong? I don't know. Whatever. But yeah. See, right now it's like I'm falling back on my drawing to like guide me in terms of like where the paints and stuff should go. And to be honest, I'm not super thrilled about how this might come out because I can already feel myself messing up slightly. But yeah, that's kind of why I need music in the background. I might just play some in a bit just so that like I'm not so self-conscious about where I'm putting stuff down. But yeah. So see, it's like now I'm gonna like even with a thick brush, I'm not like afraid to get into like the details of the drawing because I know that See, and the thing is, when there's a lot of water on your paper, stuff starts to like the paint starts to spread and stuff. So yeah, like I'm not even too concerned about that because I know that later on I can like go back into it and like make it more refined. And I keep saying and yeah, that's like my thing. But see, it's like I'm not too concerned about where the chips may fall, but this might just be a blue drawing, man. I don't know where I'm gonna put the greens in because usually what I do is like I split the face in half and then I go about like putting like making half of it green and then the other half blue. But now I haven't done that and I'm not sure where I'm gonna put the greens down. Maybe I'll go in with the green like later on, and see what I can like do about that. See, that was not smart on my part. But see, it's like with watercolors, you don't really have to be super uber concerned because you can just go back into it and then kind of erase the so-called mistake that you made. See, it's like now I don't want to start refining stuff, so I'm just going to take more water and just go into it and not be too stressed about it spreading and stuff because these pencil lines, ultimately I think I want them to be invisible when people look at the drawing or the painting. So yeah, it's like I'm just working wet on wet right now, which is a term I learned from like another YouTuber who like I watched a tutorial obviously before I started myself since I needed to know like how people go about applying paint and stuff. See, it's like, do you see like parts of the initial wash? It doesn't even look like I put any paint on the paper. Because it's so light, like watercolor dries, when it dries it's so light, unlike something like acrylic, which is like the medium I guess I'm most comfortable with since I've worked with it most. Like it's the medium that I've worked on, worked with the most. So yeah, it's like, okay, just trying to concentrate on getting this paint up to the nose area. And in case any of you are wondering, this is like a picture of my mom while she was like getting her ears pierced. I don't know, I just thought it was like cool to capture someone right at the moment when like the needle prick hits their ear. But this wasn't really like mom getting her ears pierced. It was more her. She was changing a piercing, and sometimes like if you don't have like it depends on your ears and stuff, right? Like where piercings and stuff are suited, and it varies for every person. So she got a piercing in a place where it wasn't super convenient, and then she was like writhing or writhing. I don't know how you say that word, writhing in pain. Writhing. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. But yeah. Okay. So now I'm gonna go into the lips with like a little bit of the blue that I took, which was the French ultramarine. It's a really nice color. Generally, I really like working with like not pure primary colors. So I like working with something that's a little bit like off. So it's like I would prefer another blue to like cobalt blue, which is what this color is like when I'm painting with acrylics. But with watercolors, this is actually a really nice wash and stuff. So yeah. Sorry, I have to keep like, I should have thought of this earlier, but I have to keep reopening my laptop to be able to see like what the source image and stuff looks like. I say and stuff a lot. I really don't have much to say. That's like my way of putting a period at the end of my sentences, which is, it's a habit. Everybody has weird habits, so that's one of mine. Oh, and I say and a lot. Not that you're interested in my personal habits and stuff, but just putting it out there for people that might be watching this and trying to learn something. I don't know, man. It's like and the other thing is like when you watch people do stuff on the internet, it's like they kind of become like your secret friends. So it's fun to have like conversations with them, or like like inform them of like, oh, so this is what I'm thinking, and this is how my life is generally like. So that's why I guess I'm like indulging myself in like these little factoids, and just like talking about myself in this way. Because I'm sure like people who are watching this, they want to know who the person is behind the camera. And I think I might have like slipped onto the scene for like a tiny little bit when I was going to like, every time I reach for my laptop, like you can see my arms and stuff. I don't know if I'll be like I don't know, maybe I'll say like bye or something at the end so you can see like what I actually look like. But to be fair, it's just quarantine time and I look like trash because like I'm not doing shit to like make or doing stuff to make myself look good while I'm literally under lockdown. Like what's the point of putting on like a whole outfit to do like a YouTube tutorial or whatever. I just don't see the point in that. So just telling you, you're gonna be like, wow, she's so unprofessional. She doesn't even do the work of like, presenting presenting herself in a certain way to the audience and stuff. So don't like penalize me because I'm not in a full face of makeup. I hope you still enjoy like watching this whole like painting thing that I'm trying to do. So that's the thing, like the image that I chose, it's like kind of cropped. So this is kind of turning out to be a very Luke Toyman's type thing where he just like, looks at like political or like relative figures and then he kind of like crops a certain image of them from that's like been circulating in the media and he like homes in on that and then that's the statement, you know what I mean? So this looks very like very much like his stuff, I would say, or like this is a very Luke Toymansy way of working with an image, have it be like sort of uncomfortable and stuff. Whoops, got some paint on my laptop. I'm very OCD, by the way. I think I've already said that, or maybe yeah, I did. I was talking about the paint tube, right? So yeah, I'm very OCD. So you might be like, oh, why is she immediately attending to the fact that she got some paint on her laptop? And it's because I am very OCD. So it's like I can't deal with mess and stuff like that. Anyway, so I wanted to say that this part looks kind of terrible because I chose like a cropped image. I didn't like there's no more to the image than what I've like drawn out here. So yeah. So anyway, I was talking about Luke Toymans. I don't know if I'm getting the pronunciation right of his name, but whatever. I'm still trying to inform you guys of like where my headspace is at, or where this painting's headspace is at. You know what I mean? And yeah. So yeah, so the way that I'm painting and stuff, it reminds me of Luke Toymans, and it also reminds me of this other artist called I actually can't recall her first name, but Dumas paintings. I remember seeing like a bunch at it was either like the National Gallery or like the National Portrait Gallery in London, and she paints like strange faces and like that are kind of uncomfortable to look at, or um, yeah, that is what it is. They are kind of uncomfortable to look at because people are like, what is this that you're what does it mean, or like why does this person choose to focus on the ugly parts of how a person might be, and I think it's not like talked about enough, I guess, which is why artists choose to be purposefully like make their things kind of hideous to look at, because then it makes people like stop and wonder like, whoa, like why does this look so bad, but then why is it so intriguing at the same time? So that's what I think anyway, and I'm pretty sure that the majority of people that look at a Toymans or a Dumas, I'm sure that's how they think about stuff as well. Um, and yeah, so I guess I'm done with this bit. Actually, no, I might have the paint go all the way down, because, um, or not, I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Actually, you know what? I wanted to put red in here. I wanted this whole thing to be red, and I completely forgot about it. Okay, so I guess I won't be going in with the green then. I'll just keep it kind of blue and work my way through that. Okay, you know what? Since I have green, I'll put it down. Anyway. I'm sorry, I'm kind of sad that I forgot that I wanted this to be red. Ridiculous, I know, ridiculous kind of thing to be like sad about, but man, you need to have some sort of like emotional outlet for when you're absolutely like locked in your house and stuff. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything besides like staying at home, listening to music, spending time with my mom, and painting from time to time. So it's like if anyone's pressed about like, oh, I don't know what to be doing with myself during this during this lockdown period or this quarantine period, just like pick up a hobby, pick up a paintbrush, do what I'm doing, because you see it's like I don't know, I feel like watercolors or at least this tutorial might be kind of inspiring because it's like I don't really know like where or how it's gonna end up, and even though like I'm sort of like a practice artist, like you see that I'm struggling as well with like where to put the paints down. And this is like the new skill or hobby that I'm trying to pick up during this time. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Okay, so this part, I'm gonna start going into this now with maybe the green that I mentioned earlier. And yeah. So the reason I might introduce a little bit of red, but I generally with watercolors so far I've worked with like two tones or like two hues. Not two hues. I work with more than one hue, but like two sort of colors I guess would be the safest word to go for in this instance. So I've generally been working with two colors, and so that's why it's like I'm like if you're wondering why I'm not just going in with the red, it's because I don't know, I just kind of prefer it right now with two colors. And then maybe once I'm like more advanced, I get to like a more advanced stage with like applying or like using watercolors, I can start to think about more about at least where I put like the paints and the colors down. So so the thing that I'm painting now is like, so you know, obviously I like a tattoo and piercing parlor. There are like examples of people that the tattoo artists and the piercers, people that they like worked with earlier, right? So, but for this in this case, I think it was just a cool sort of font that was featured in the back of the chair where my mom was getting her ear pierced. I don't know if it's like their name or something, but like it's definitely a word. Maybe they just had something. So the font that this is at right now, it actually was more like a chiller font, but for some reason, like I opted to go for just a very standard bold type thing, except for the letter here, because this letter actually got cut off in the image that I took. So I decided to keep that part true to itself because I don't really know what this word was spelling out. And yeah. See, everybody messes up. I'm messing up pretty bad right now, but you know what? I'm not gonna fret about it. So basically, I'm doing this tutorial for a friend, and so basically, he asked me to do this tutorial, and I am speaking in a way that's like, oh, this tutorial is for like an international facing audience, but really, it's like my friend's older brother's like sort of like art space, I guess. So shout out to Third Space. Thank you for reaching out to me to make this tutorial. আমি এখন বাংলাও কথা বলা উচিত since এটা বাঙালিরাই দেখবে. Hopefully, click on it, man. Click on it. I think like পছন্দ করবেন যারাই দেখছেন. Yeah, cool. So you know what I love? I love like really little things about paintings. So for example, this area here, like that's my favorite part right now because like the colors, the way that they're like facing each other, chef's kiss, man. But yeah. Okay, so I got done with that. Now I have to go into the tea. Speaking of tea, I'm actually a coffee person. চা আমি অত খাই না এত, because আমার মনে হয় আমি নিজে lactose intolerant or something. কারণ আমার পেটে হজম হয় না. So there's another little fun factoid about this artist who's very embarrassed to be making this right now. Not embarrassed. I'm doing this for a friend, and since they asked politely and nicely, it's like I'll do it. But the thing is, আমি নিজে নিজে আমি কখনোই কথা বলি না যখন এসব করি. আমার জন্য like এরকম filming and অদ্ভুত জিনিস is very weird. But হ্যাঁ, এখন করতেছি. I hope আপনারা পছন্দ করেন বা like hopefully আমার থেকেও শিখতে পারবেন. I don't know. আমিও আপনাদের like আমি জানি না আমি কমেন্ট সেকশন যে চেকটা করবো নাকি, কারণ আমি চাই না কেউ আমার বাংলা পচাক বা কিছু একটা. বাট হ্যাঁ, আই হোপ যে আপনারা এটা পছন্দ করেন. আমি অনেক দয়া করতেছি, দোয়াও পড়তেছি একটু একটু. হ্যাঁ, আচ্ছা. সো এটা শেষ হলো. এখন আমি মনে হয় গ্রিনটা দিয়ে ঢুকবো লাইক ডিটেলসগুলোর জন্য. আমি টার্নস আউট যে আমি মাত্র 2টা কালারই ব্যবহার করতেছি. এখন আমার চিন্তা করতে হবে যে আমি অন্য কালারগুলো কেমনে পেইন্টিংটার মধ্যে ঢুকাবো. দেখছেন, আপনারা যদি একটু পেশেন্ট থাকেন, একটু অপেক্ষা করেন, তাহলে জিনিসটা পরে গিয়ে আপনারা দেখবেন যে অনেক সুন্দর হতে থাকে. সো এটাই হচ্ছে আমার লাইক গোল, বা যেটা আমি দেখাতে চাচ্ছি বা বুঝাতে চাচ্ছি, যে একটু ধৈর্য নিয়ে যদি বসেন পেইন্ট নিয়ে, আপনারা সবাই মানে এভাবে পেইন্ট করতে পারবেন. ওরকম কঠিন বা জটিল সেরকম কিছু না ব্যাপারটা. সো আমি জাস্ট আপনাদেরকে ওটা দেখানোর জন্য এটা করছি. আই হোপ আপনারা পছন্দ করেন. ও, আমি বলতেও চাই যে আমি আর্ট স্কুলে গিয়েছিলাম, বাট আমি মোস্টলি স্কুলে শিখেছিলাম কেমনে আঁকতে, আর ইউনিভার্সিটি থেকে আমাদেরকে আঁকা টাকার উপর অত পড়ায় নাই. লাইক যেভাবে চারুকলাতে অনেক এমফাসাইজ করে যে আপনাদের টেকনিক্যাল স্কিলস ভালো হওয়া উচিত, বাট আমি বেসিক্যালি পড়েছিলাম ইউনিভার্সিটি যখন গিয়েছিলাম আমার পড়াশোনা ছিল মোর একটু কনসেপচুয়াল ধরনের জিনিস. সো ফিলসফারদের কাগজ টাগজ পড়তে হয়েছিল, আর তারপর এরকম অন্য বিখ্যাত লাইক এক্সপার্টসদের জিনিস পড়ে টড়ে তারপর সামহাও ওইটা নিয়ে আর্ট বানান. এত এমফেসিস ছিল না যে আপনাদের আঁকা আঁকিতে ভালো হতে হবে. ওয়াজ মোর লাইক আপনার পড়ে টড়ে যে জিনিসগুলো মানে পিক আপ করেন, সেই জিনিসগুলো মানে উপকারে লাগতো যখন আমরা আমাদের অ্যাসেসমেন্টের সময় আসতো. সো একটু ডিফারেন্ট আছে. এই যে আবার সূর্যটা উঠে গেল, এখন আমার প্যারা লাগবে, কারণ দেখতেছেন আমার শ্যাডো যেভাবে পড়তেছে কাগজটার উপর, এটা থেকে দেখে ঠেকে অনেক কঠিন হয় মানে ভালো করে দেখতে. এখন আমি ভুল টুল করতে পারি, বাট কি আর, এটা তো একটাই. এখন পরে হোপফুলি আমি আরও করতে পারবো ভালো করে. বাট এখন আমি নিজেও শিখছি, আপনাদেরকেও শেখানোর চেষ্টা করছি আমার সাথে সাথে. সো হ্যাঁ, দেখছি আমি এখনো কিন্তু চিকন ব্রাশটা তুলি নাই, এখনো আমি মেজো তুলিটা দিয়ে কাজ করছি. আর আরেকটা জিনিস হচ্ছে, সিন্স এই ছবিটা একটু একটু বড় করে করা হয়েছে, এটাতে যখন ডিটেলসও করতে যে যদি আপনাদের ভুল টুল হয়ে যায়, আপনাদের সমাধান করতে বেশি সময় লাগবে না. কারণ যেহেতু বড়, আপনার পানি টানি দিয়ে আবার আবার কাগজে তুলে আপনারা মানে ঠিক করতে পারবেন জিনিসটাকে, মানে পানিটা চুবায় বা শুকায় তখন আপনারা আবার ঢুকতে পারবেন. আমি যখনই এভাবে মেপে মেপে জিনিস করি তখনই আমার মনে হয় যে যেভাবে আমি আঁকি ইটস আ লট লাইক একটা ম্যাপ তৈরি করা। ওইভাবে লাইক আমি অঙ্ক টঙ্ক করি when it comes to লাইক চোখটা কই বসা উচিত বা নাকটা কই বসা উচিত, এগুলো চিন্তা ভাবনা করে um, তারপরে হ্যাঁ এগুলো চিন্তা ভাবনা করে তারপর মানে আমি রং টং বসানোর চেষ্টা করি। সো সবসময় আমার মনে হয় যে আমি ম্যাপ আঁকতেছি, মানে একটা মানুষের মুখে তাকায় টাকায় ওদের চেহারাটার মাপটা ম্যাপ করছি। মাপ আর ম্যাপ। সরি, যখন আমি কনসেন্ট্রেট করতে চাই তখন আমি একটু চুপচাপ হয়ে যাই, বিকজ এখন বুঝছি যে এটা ক্রিটিক্যাল একটা সময় পেইন্টগুলো শুকানোর, মানে শুকাইতে শুকাইতে একটা কি আই ডোন্ট ওয়ান্ট যে ভুলভাবে শুকাক। দেখছি আমি কি আলতু ফালতু কাজ করি, কি করতেছি আমি নিজেও জানি না, জাস্ট করতে আছি। কোনোভাবে সবুজের জন্য জায়গা বানাচ্ছি পেন্টিংটার মধ্যে। এখন আইব্রাউজগুলো করি। ওকে, সো আই থিঙ্ক আমি অলমোস্ট শেষ। আমি জাস্ট এখন চিন্তা করছি আর কই কই একটু এমফেসিস দেওয়া যায়। আর দেখছেন হাইলাইট ন্যাচারালি চলে আসে যেখানে যেখানে আসলে ছবিটাতে আছে। সো এখানে আছে, এখানে আছে, ঠোঁটটার উপরে আছে, বাট ওইটা আমি একটু বাঁকা করে মনে হয় এঁকেছি, সো পুরোপুরি আমি করতে পারি নাই। বাট যেখানে হাইলাইট করা মানে ছিল যখন করার সময়, করার যেখানে স্পেস ছিল ওইটা এমনি এমনি হয়ে গিয়েছিল, সিন্স আমি ওইভাবেই ছবিটা আঁকা শুরু করেছিলাম। আসো, দা একটু পর আসো।
আপনি দূর থেকে দেখেন।
দেখো
আপু এটা বড় আপু আপনার জন্য পাঠিয়েছে গরম গরম পরোটা, আর এটার নাম জানি না।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, এটা হামাস।
হামাস এখন খাবেন?
একটু পরে খাচ্ছি।
আচ্ছা।
সরি, আমার রুমে একজন ঢুকে গিয়েছিল, সো খাওয়া সাদার জন্য আমি এখন লাঞ্চ করি নাই, সো দ্যাটস ব্যাড। সবসময় খেয়ে টেয়ে কাজ করবেন। বাইরে কিসের আওয়াজ হচ্ছে? এনিওয়ে, এই পার্টটা প্লিজ এডিট আউট করে দিও, থ্যাংক ইউ। দেখছেন সূর্যের আলোতে ঝামেলা হতে থাকে, বাট কিছু করার নেই। অ্যাকচুয়ালি করার আছে, আমি যে পর্দাটা আবার ক্লোজ করতে পারি, বা তখন বেশি ডার্ক হয়ে গেলে ওইটা আরও বড় সমস্যা আমার জন্য। I think আমার প্রায় শেষ বলতে গেলে। এখন আমার just signature বাকি আর আজকের তারিখ, which I think is 22nd. Damn it! Oh, আচ্ছা, it's still taping. Okay. হ্যাঁ, আজকে 22 তারিখ হবে। So আমি just এখন sign করে শেষ করে ফেলবো। সাইন করার জন্য আমি অনেক চিকন একটা তুলি ইউজ করি। and yeah, আচ্ছা আমি এখন সাইন করতে যাচ্ছি। চিকন তুলি ইউজ করার সুবিধা হচ্ছে যে অক্ষর টক্ষর যদি একটা প্রেসাইজ ওয়েতে একবারে লিখতে চান আর যদি বেশি মোটা না করতে চান তাহলে চিকন তুলিটা একদম আগেকার দিনে পাখির ফেদার আছে না, ওগুলো দিয়ে যে মানুষ লিখতো আঁকতো একদম ওইটার মতন লাগে একটু, জাস্ট এক্সেপ্ট আমি এখানে পেইন্ট ব্রাশ ইউজ করছি আর ওয়াটার কালার্স, whereas আগেকার দিনে was stuff like ink and মানে ফেদার পয়েন্টি পার্টটা যেটা পাখিদের শরীরে আটকায় থাকে, যেটা দিয়ে পাখিদের শরীরে আটকায় থাকে। ওকে, সো শেষ 1 ঘন্টার একটা টিউটোরিয়াল করলাম। ও দেখাই ভালো করে। Finished product. Okay. Okay, আমি এখন গেলাম, signing off. Bye. This is Elvira for the Watercolor tutorial. খোদাহাফেজ, ভালো থাকুন।